bitches, no joke how we're coming at you bitches live from the heart of Southeast Asia, everybody. That being Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Bitches. So we got some motherfucker left this tea here. They often serve tea, like these little plastic bags here. They go for like 500 real. For me at least, which is like 12.5 cents, which is still a good deal. I digress. In this video, I wanted to discuss, I don't know, I was just kind of riding my bike around. I'm like, man, what the fuck am I going to talk about in today's video? I don't know what the hell I'm going to say. I'm starting to run out of shit to say, guys, so feel free to shoot me an email at nojokestriking@gmail.com, bitches, for more video ideas. Guys, I'm one man. Sometimes I run out of shit to talk about. So help a motherfucker out and give me some advice, guys. And definitely for sure don't email me asking about how much the TEFL teachers make. And I apologize for my crackly voice. I had a client this week that was a little sick, so now my AIDS is acting up again, and now I sound like I'm gonna die. I digress. So I wanted to talk about the pros and cons of living in Phnom Penh, because I've actually been thinking about that today. Like, what am I doing here in Phnom Penh? Not only like the pros and cons of living here just for me, but just people in general, from what I understand. And also, like, people also email me and they say, well, like, what's your ultimate goal in Cambodia? Like what are you trying to achieve? Why did you come? What is your purpose there? Blah, blah, blah. Well, those are all pretty good questions, and I think that they're fair questions to ask. Again, I apologize for the windiness, guys. This is a kind of a wide open area. You guys have a problem with it? Then I guess you just have a problem with it. Then I don't know what to tell you. Go watch what's his name? What the fuck's that guy's name? JC or Retired Cheap or Sean Chance or whatever, or Scott Milan or Sonny Solenbach or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Anyways, I don't give two shits about any of those guys. But the pros and cons of living in Phnom Penh. Well, let's start with the bad. Let's start with the cons. In my personal opinion, the without a doubt number one con, that's bad thing, you dumbasses, bad thing about living here in Phnom Penh is all the people. It's just a shit ton of people here, man. It's like I was riding my bike and I was just thinking, man, like I can't just not that I'm like entitled to, not that I'd like deserve better than everybody. I'm not trying to come at you like that, but like occasionally it would just be nice to fucking ride my bike and just not have to constantly fucking worry about somebody popping out, somebody who's gonna cut me off now. There's a lot of people here. People are very they're almost like it's like a school of fish. Man, I cannot get out of this way. Sorry for all the face action, guys. It's like no matter what their mentality here, the Cambodians' mentality is just keep moving forward, no matter what. Even if it's gonna fuck somebody over, just move forward, go your way, don't worry about anybody else. Very selfish. It's very, because the kind of shit that they do here, like even when walking around, like it's very common for people to just bump into each other because there's so many. And people are just like focused on they're just moving forward, don't focus on anybody else, don't be considerate to others. And when you have a culture like that, when you have a behavior system like that, a way of thinking like that, shit gets fucked up. And the kind of shit that happens here warrants an immediate ass whooping where I'm from. Where I'm from in America, if you drive like your average Khmer person does and you cut people off and make you slam on your brakes and you don't get you smack up against them, like I've had many instances where motos come up and they actually the side view mirror will actually hit my elbow. And what I do now is I time it right, so as soon as I see them coming, I anticipate it, and I actually throw an elbow at their mirror and I knock off their mirror. Because they weren't considerate enough to consider me, so they were just gonna hit me in their moto and just keep on fucking trucking down the road. Well, fuck you, man. I got something for you. So number one, there's a lot of people. Thus meaning there's a lot of like motorcycles and cars, and there's a lot of traffic. I'm not making Phnom Penh sound too good, am I, guys? Secondly, the other con is just the noise. It's just constantly. I mean, like now it's kind of quiet. Of course, now that I'm talking about it, of course it gets quieter. But generally speaking, Phnom Penh, day or night, is loud. I have lived in 4 different houses here, or apartments rather, like four different locations here in Phnom Penh, and there is always something that can keep you up at night. For me, it's kids screaming. If it's not that, then it's barking dogs, and people don't care if their dogs bark all night. They don't care. It's not a thing here. Like if you call the police back in America and it's 2 in the morning and your next door neighbor's dog is out just going off all night, like a fucking retard, then the police can like take your dog away or like get you in trouble or whatever. Over here, if you call the police because you can't sleep, like every night, literally at my house, every single fucking night, I get woken up by dogs or by my roommates. Not that I'm mad at my roommates. I understand that I chose to live with other people, so that kind of comes with the territory. Like there's gonna be a little extra noise in the house, but when it comes to things like dogs barking or people being loud or people playing music too loudly at night or people even doing construction work at 3 a.m., if you call the police, they're gonna laugh at you. Unless somebody's bleeding or dying or whatever, like the police probably aren't gonna do their job. And they usually don't anyways. Which actually I'm gonna talk about the police and the pros, but yeah, so really for me, it's just all the people and just the noise, and it's just congested, pardon me. So my ultimate goal here in Cambodia is, like if I do plan to stay for long term, like 10 years or more, what my goal is after a while, I like to leave Phnom Penh and go to a smaller town. I don't know where, but a smaller town, preferably near the beach, maybe Sihanoukville or Kampot or somewhere like that, maybe Kite, and still train people or still make money somehow, but get out of the fucking city, man, because I want nothing more than to wake up and to have nature around me. It's very important, man, and that's the third last con. What am I, from Boston now? Jesus. What am I fucking Boston from fucking Southie now? I'm fucking Southie now, huh? Is lack of nature. Now here, if you notice, I actually come here to shoot a lot. Like I make a lot of videos here, right? I mean, like if you guys have been following me for a while now, for the last several months, like you guys know I shoot a lot of my videos here now. Because this is like pretty much the most nature you get here, guys. Like there's definitely a couple spots here, like there's small little secluded tiny little pockets of town where you can kind of get a little peace and quiet, but not really, man. Nah, Phnom Penh is all, it's just urban, man. It's concrete jungle here, like literally it's a concrete jungle. There's so many little alleyways and these little nooks and crannies in town, but it's all urban. It's all urbanized. So pros, good thing about living in Phnom Penh. Well, for a foreigner, if you're a foreigner like me, if you're a fucking white ass, pasty skin having, red butt cheek having, fucking glazed donut skin after too much sun having motherfucker like me, then you can make a lot of money here and not spend a lot to live. But if you're a Cambodian and you live here, well, it just depends on what caste you come from, I guess. It depends on if your parents were rich. Now, the average Cambodian, it probably sucks to live here in Cambodia. Meaning, I'm not saying that they hate their country, I just mean like they're probably poor and don't really live that amazing lives. I mean, I would imagine. I could be wrong. I'm not talking down to anybody, but it just doesn't look like many people here are very fortunate. Many of the Cambodians. It seems like it's mostly the expats or immigrants. I'm an immigrant. I'm not an expat. Expats for white people, immigrants is everybody else. Same shit. It's when you move to another country and you settle there. Another pro to living here, as a foreigner at least, I don't speak for Cambodians. I'm not a Cambodian. I'm an American who happens to live in Cambodia. I can make money under the table. You know what I mean? You don't really have to pay taxes. Whether you work for a school, whether you work for yourself, it's not something that's done here. Certain businesses will, like certain schools will take taxes out of your check or your pay or whatever, but I personally don't know anybody that they do that for. I mean, like my mother works at a school. She works at like a legit school here. I'm not gonna say, or I'm sorry, business, at a school business, an education business. They're the schools here, just so y'all don't know, generally speaking, aren't really schools per se. Like they're businesses covering as schools. And my mother told me, I know I'm getting off topic here, but fuck it. My mother works at a school, and she was told by the administration, and like observe this, that oftentimes they like the kids to fail. They want the teachers to fail the kids, so they have to come back for another semester. So thus the parents have to pay more money, thus more money for the business, school business. So that's why I say school business is here. So if you guys think you're gonna come here to Cambodia and change the fucking world, well, I'm sorry. If you guys think that you're gonna move to Cambodia, teach English to children, pardon me, and change the fucking world, I'm not saying that you're stupid for thinking that, but most likely you're not really gonna make a big difference. I mean, just in the sense that these schools, you know, they say, oh, we're family.
Oh, here at Royal Indokan, we are family. Oh, we are family, yes.
You know how many times I've heard that fucking bullshit? Like, even back in the States, like,
yes, here at Wilco and Tech, we're family here.
That's why I miss black people back in the States, dude, because, like, they never, like, as much as I got annoyed with some of their shit sometimes, like, some I gotta give credit to, like, American black people for, is like, they, for the most part, like, they are fucking straight up with you. They're just like, they don't bullshit. They're just like, look, man, you know, like, you work here, do your fucking job, we'll pay you, don't be a dick. All right, cool. I'm not saying they say it like that, but, like, that's pretty much, like, the gist of it. White people, Asians, and they're all like,
yes, here we're family and we care about each other sincerely.
The fuck out of here. I fucking hate white people like that. By the way, if any white people like that, or any Asians, or anybody who says that kind of bullshit, we're family here. Man, if you guys have a job and somebody's paying you money, they don't give a fuck about you, dude. Even the dude that I collaborate with, man. Even the dude that I collaborate with, I'm not gonna say his name, and he's a good guy, and I respect what he does as a man and as a businessman. I'm not talking shit, but at the end of the day, this motherfucker doesn't give two shits about me. If I tell him that I don't want to do this job or whatever, that I don't want to do this and that, I want to do it another way, man, like, at the end of the day, it's up to him. And I have my own business as well, but I'm getting way the fuck off track. Let me check my time here, guys. Jesus, sorry, man. It's like 13 minutes, man. Anyways, I just had like a quadruple diesel happy shake, so I'm a little bit out of it now. I'm not out of it, but I'm actually with it. I'm actually more with it now. Anyways, guys, I'm no joke Howard. If you guys want to email me and give me some video ideas, some topics to talk about, whatever, or if you want me to answer a question, maybe like a response video, whatever, my email is nojokestriking, like striking, boom boom boom, at gmail.com, bitches. All right, guys, I'm gonna stop making stupid faces, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.